Okay, let's start. Good afternoon, everybody. So this is our process. I know you are new, so we call for opening meeting to brief everybody the audit project we want to embark on. So those people that are the auditees, so they come to discuss the modalities and what the audit review cover and the timeline. So this one is just a copy letter for environmental management and compliance review. So we're talking about, you see the background, you very, because we have three, so it's very short. I'll just go to the background. So aluminum extrusion operations involve energy intensive process, which include billet casting and homogenization, extrusion press operation, aging furnaces, surface treatment, this is anodizing and powder coating, and dye maintenance that generate a range of environmental aspects requiring active management. This includes gaseous emission, furnace flue gases, effluent discharge, anodizing bath, cooling water, chemical treatment processes, solid and hazardous waste, aluminum drums, spent chemicals, sludge from wastewater treatment, scrap packaging, high energy and water consumption, and noise from extrusion presses and handling equipment. So you have all these things in our. I mean, you have this thing now. You have this copy list. If you need, okay, I'll send to you.
Yes.
So the thing sees you. See, I never show you. See, never show you. Not showing you. Femi, open it in your. Madam, maybe with my assistant. Open it. Disconnect and see. Connection first.
I'm still coming up.
Now, let me see how I can connect.
Okay, it's connected.
I'm connected. I have to connect again. Switching. And,
Or use use the
let Femi connect.
Okay, I'm going.
Connect
you
now.
remove this to just put it
Go to the main sound.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I'm connecting myself.
Okay.
Use this use this
Okay,
cable.
okay. Let's go
Put
through.
it on it. This is we just put it back and get down the
Solution is better. So we are we are going to review this in alignment with ISO 14001.
Okay, particularly,
Hmm?
environmental management system.
Yeah. So we just check if our system, if what we are approaching is in line with them. If it's not in line, then we need to uh, align into. So so that we not waste our time. So it's part of last paragraph. This review is part of the approved financial year 2026 internal audit plan that was approved by the board for implementation. So the objective of the audit is one, evaluate the adequacy and effectiveness of the company's environmental management system and in identifying, monitoring, and controlling environmental aspects arising from extrusion, casting, and furnace treatment operation. Two, assess compliance with applicable environmental laws, regulations, and permit conditions, including those enforced by federal and relevant state ministries of environment. Three, review the adequacy of control over hazardous and non-hazardous waste management, including dust handling, chemical disposal, and sludge from effluent treatment. Four, assess the effectiveness of emissions monitoring and effluent discharge controls against regulatory limits. Five, evaluate the company's environmental permitting status, including validity and renewal tracking of required licenses on all those permits and licenses that we are supposed to have. Six, review environmental incident reporting, root cause analysis, and corrective action tracking processes. Seven, assess the adequacy of environmental training and awareness program for staff involved in high-risk operations. So training that they have done or the one in pipeline. Then last one, evaluate management process for tracking and responding to regulatory inspection notices and any historical non-compliance findings. So those are the objective. Then the scope, which talks about what the audit will cover. One, a review of the environmental management system documentation, policies, and procedures against ISO 14001. And also, we are going to, if we have a policy, to check if it's in line with this ISO. If it's not in line, then we can now review together. Two, verification of environmental permits and licenses held by the company, including validity periods and renewal status. So all our permit and licenses. I don't know if it's your department that is in custody of it or who is in custody of it. Have you seen any of them before?
I think I think I'm in charge.
Okay. So after this, after now, I'm going to send you a list of what you provide. So these are number three, walkthrough of waste generation and disposal process across the casting, extrusion, and furnace treatment unit, including dross recovery and another. So you are going to walk me through. I will know. I will send this thing to you. I'll send it to you now. You are going to walk me through how we generate them, understand how we handle them. So we go to physical to understand, go to the plant, we go to Isaac Crop, we met also. Then number four, review of effluent treatment plant operation and discharge quality record. Again, so we have where is this today to treat ETP hand. So we're supposed to have a register. Then review of emission monitoring record, our smoke Maybe remain. So that we're going to have record for them so that all those will be reviewed. Then assessment of environmental incident law and very supportive action plan. So incidents that happen, we're going to have a register where there have been laws, how the complaints are being registered, and the corrective plans, action plans are taken to remediate them. So that register, we also get it. Then we have the review of environmental training record and evidence of staff competency in handling hazardous materials. So training records of staff that are working there, if they have been properly trained to handle those hazardous material. Then interview with HSC personnel, production relevant process owners, normal. Nine, site visit and physical inspection of waste storage area. So we go visit the waste storage area, effluent and emission list. This review will be performed at the following location: push the plant and install a remand plan. So here are the net. Yeah, that I think due to the board meeting. So see the approach we are going to use. We are using the substantive approach, which will check documents, system-based approach, we will check the controls in place, the interviews and physical inspection required. So we go physically and see the things. Then this you can see deliverables. The deliverables of this review will include the management and board level reporting. All final reports will be issued only once the content thereof have been discussed with the process owners and the executive management responses have been obtained and included. So before the report will go to the board, all relevant stakeholders would have seen it, would have discussed it.
Yeah.
So the scope letter was released 2 days ago, I mean, yesterday. So today is uh, 7. So they say we are behind schedule already because of the board meeting. That's why this thing was shifted to today. So plus and minus by September 4th, it's supposed to be true. Everything concerning this review. So by September 18, the report should have been out to board. So every plus and minus would have been attended to. And please, this audit, don't see it that maybe because you receive, you just enter, that's why I did the audit. No, the audit plan. This audit was slated for fourth quarter, which is this quarter. And that's why, I want to clarify so that you not maybe just want to since you just no. So this audit was slated for this quarter.
No, it's good because it will even explain some things because I believe that the level of audit is for improvement.
Improvement, yeah, sure, 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. So, do you have any question? I will forward this into you now. So you are here. I will send to you, and also I will also forward all the requested document, all the things I want from you. I'll send it to you now. Now,
In in addition to what you are saying, one of the basic reasons for opening is on top of selling of the engagement is for us to familiarize with our requirements. To also give room for any question in case there is any. So after this meeting of today, we're going to send you just like I said, what and what we will need from the department. And then we are fully aware that we will give you the return. So I'm always to be in a better position to assist. So I work closely with the former works. So and, and this guy has said that.
I think you two may be involved
Okay.
in some area there. I think it's still involved in some area. And even we want engineer to be highly there because they have a lot of area to cover in this area of energy. But unfortunately, I don't see them.
Hello, engineer Smith. Good afternoon. You are supposed to be at the opening meeting of
Or you send someone to not.
you
He,
can send some, I understand, you can send your
he,
election
he
message
always busy.
or any other,
He's
so
accusing.
that they will then give you feedback.
Yes, he always busy.
Okay, we're already there. We know. Boardroom, boardroom,
Always busy.
boardroom. All right. Send it now.
Yeah, that is the one that we have time. So come on, time is going.
Let's see.
This level.
Came here.
Everybody.
This engineer that carried the major operation. This also yeah.
answering my question.
For when we can start now, because though we still are waiting other people.
No, let's start.
Well, now we are all welcome. These audit departments. Whenever we want to carry out any project, we always like to call the awareness of all our auditees to know the scope of our audit project so that we not make them unaware. At the end of the day, during this meeting, opening meeting, we will let them know the kind of documents we need from them. All our requests will be made known to them so that they won't say this request they are not aware. We have to tell them ahead. And we, what we intended to do here is energy management review. We have the background of the energy. We all know how important, significant of the energy in our organization. Everything is being stated. And this scoping letter has been sent ahead to all our auditors so that they will study it, and then even if they have any question, they will ask. Now, let's go straight to the objective. We have some objective. We don't want to waste our time. Number one objective is assessing the adequacy and effectiveness of the organizational energy management framework. And we also look at the policy that is governing the energy management in the organization. We look at the policy, and also we look at the how effective. We will evaluate whether the diesel, LPG, electricity that we are using are effectively utilized. We will look at that area as well. We are looking at the scope of what we are going to objective, and also determine whether the appropriate control exists to prevent energy wastage, whether there is any control, existence of any control to prevent all this wastage of energy. We will look at that area too, and assessing the reliability of the accuracy of energy consumption record, monitor system, and reporting mechanism. All these things also we look at them. And we also, that's number five, we look at whether there is a compliance with the ISO 501. That is the ISO that is governing the management of energy, whether we are in compliance with that ISO or we are not. We look at that area too. All these things we make known during the time we are sending our request to all our auditee. They will be able to provide us all this information. Also, we- let's go to number 8. We will also identify opportunity to improve energy efficiency, reduce reduce operating costs, strengthen internal control, and enhance overall operation performance. All this area during the time we are doing our audit, we look at the area in which we will be strengthening and then enhance the better performance of our operation in the area of energy management. And the scope of work, you know that this area will also concern the environmental safety. We don't know whether you have anything concerning policy or you have any government regulatory regarding the energy management. Do you have anything I'm not talking about the policy, I'm talking about the regulatory authority that is governing the energy in our organization. You will be able, you will be in the position to provide us that one. To see in this number 4, we are talking about the scope, evaluation of the compliance with the regulatory energy requirements. If there is any regulatory energy requirement that you have that we look at whether we are complying with it or not. You're supposed to be able to provide all this information.
I think this is more of Mr. Casey.
Uh, I think safety is also be able to give us whether we are
So I don't see that because since I remember, I've not seen any energy
regulatory.
policy. I don't get that.
We don't have anyone from where you are coming from, whether that there is a
Yeah, I'm coming from
regulatory or legal backing the energy, whatever.
Coming from here, from here. I'm going
Just like I said, there's no issue. We understand that it's coming up. And then that will not lead that we will not seek anyone to work. But before you arrive, there's some people who there's some people who
Yeah,
work
yeah,
there.
yeah.
So that's why I said for anything request from you, just ask Amo, who are doing the oldest staff, and they have worked with other GC uh, staff before. So
And again, that's number 1, evaluation of the energy management system policy and procedure. Do you have anything regarding that one? Energy policy and procedure that will have to be followed as an organization. We- Because all these things will be sending out to the auditee. And we want to know the right person that will be sending all this information to, not just anybody. That's why safety have a significant role to play in all these areas of the regulatory and all the area of the policy in the particularly in the environment. Now again, we have warehouse here. Warehouse area is just that we will have to request some information regarding diesel they receive, diesel they issue out, and also we will request from the LPG they receive and the LPG they issue out. We like to know all those area. These are their own area. We need all this information from them, and it will cover 2024 and 25. These are the information that we need from the warehouse, the issue and the receipt of diesel and LPG within within that 2 years. And we know that electricity is part of the energy, but warehouse are not part of the electricity. They are not concerned with it. It's for the engineer direct. We will not ask them any information regarding electricity. We used to call the auditee for the opening meeting if there is any clarification they need to request for. Before we now started sending out our information, we iron it out so that they won't say that they are not known what we are doing. If there is anything they want to ask about the project, you can ask before we move forward. Do you have any question about the project?
How about this one?
Yes, that is all.
And the dates we are
Oh,
commencing this
Yeah,
project.
yes, we are commencing
Okay.
already.
Just continue.
Okay, the scope we have already started already. Yesterday we released the scoping letter out to the various auditors that we involved. Also the field work will start from Monday. From Monday till September 4th, 2026. Field work means that that is the period in which we will be collecting information from you, send us this, these are the field work. And during that time, we will also do reporting work as well. Giving us the information, we will also be reporting it in our own report way. And also reports, we will issue our report by September 16. All these things we made known to the auditee so that by the time we request an information from you, you know that we have the timeline, we have the deadline to submit our report. You too will be able to comply with with our schedule, because majority of our auditee, they do not uh, really comply to the information we send to them. They will not give us respond on time. That's why we call them now. We all look at it, and they will say whether that time we have already slated will be work or not. They will be able to want to hear their own opinion as well. They will say that they don't know, they don't know is not part of the information. Now, again, these are all these audit is being budgeted just for 28 working days. 28 working days alone. We have to submit our report to the board. It was just given 28 working days. That means that our auditee have to be on their own, and then any request we ask them, they have to reply us on time. They just it. And all these things, they are the sponsor, they are the people that are involved in the project. We have stated their name, we'll be sending out the information to them one by one. The session we are now, if there's any question for the clarification, you can ask.
you know what? I'll provide details of the lineup to you after I get out of my meeting. Since it's gone to sit and you cannot get information, I'll provide the information.
As any regulatory legal regarding the energy, I will be sending that one to you. Mm, any regulatory, any legal related, I will be sending it to you. Yes.
Any question? Any area that is not clear? No. So now that we've done this, we're on the same page when we are rolling out our reports. I just request for your maximum cooperation. And then if there is any area that is still, that is still not clear, you can let us know of the audit. We can't do anything without you giving us input. Our input is our own, we're going to process to generate our own. That's why it's much more important that we engage we talk about it before we start.
So, what I look at, so, my own concern is with the time frame, the period under review,
Okay.
2024, 2025.
Yes.
2025, from February, I have no issue with it. But the entire thing, I think by now we've done some audits together. And when there is a known fact among all of us that there are no available reports for private for. Why I'm stating this is that I don't want it to be that when the field work starts, they'll be like, oh, but why didn't you mention this before? There is none. I resumed February 2025. All information from February 2025 to date, I can provide. But anything prior to that, I don't have it. It's not like
We don't have issue with that. Even if we make some kind of request, if you don't have it, you just state that. You understand? So that's what some of the recruiters don't understand. That. It's not really that compulsory, you must go and look for, put it there, you understand? It's a response. Part of the- when you are based on the available information, go to farm or anything. We can't be telling you because you live on fabricated record or even though they're supposed to be record, but this is a company, is a going concern, you understand? Or if it is not there, that means there are some controversies that are around. So just for that, well, yeah. There is no other, no other, thank you for coming.
So I've sent to you. Yeah. I attached the copy letter. So you can have the time and read it. Yeah. Am I getting this as well?
Okay, no problem. I will send it.
Thank you.
I will send it.
But I think I copied it. Should I hear that?
Yeah. It's not a black mail. I got the mail, but I didn't get any. That's information.
There's no, no call.
There's no time out on the paper.
Okay.
No time out.
No, they do
I bet on Monday, my hand, wait.
Wait for.